A lawyer for Mr. Ho declined to comment. Sentencing is scheduled for March. Mr. Ho's repeated attempts to corrupt foreign leaders were not business as usual, but criminal efforts to undermine the fairness of international markets and erode the public's faith in its leaders, Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Berman said in a statement. U.S. prosecutors described Mr. Ho, a surgeon-turned-politician who served as Hong Kong's Home Affairs Minister from 2002 to 2007, as a pitchman for China's Belt and Road Initiative and said Mr. Ho promoted SFC interests around the world, disguising bribes as charitable donations. In court documents, prosecutors said Mr. Ho conducted some of the illegal dealings with high-level African officials at the UN in New York, starting as early as the fall of 2014. A spokesman for the UN couldn't be immediately reached for comment. In one case, prosecutors said, he gave $2 million in gift boxes to Chadian President Idriss Deby. In another, he allegedly gave the Ugandan foreign minister $500,000. The governments of Chad and Uganda have denied officials accepted bribes. Mr. Ho had denied the charges, and defense lawyers had described him as a man on a patriotic mission to generate goodwill about Belt and Road, which involved spending SFC's money to support the program. SFC, whose chairman, Yi Jianming, disappeared in China this year, paid for Mr. Ho's defense, court records show. Sheikh Gadio, a former Senegalese foreign minister, was initially charged, but the charges were later dropped as he agreed to testify for the government. Beginning in 2013, Mr. Ho hosted an annual China Story Forum at the UN through the China Energy Fund Committee, a Chinese non-governmental organization based in Hong Kong and Virginia that held special consultative status with the UN Economic and Social Council. After he described Belt and Road as Globalization 2.0 at the 2017 gathering, Chinese media adopted the characterization. The conviction shows the aggressive nature of the U.S. in policing the FCPA and bribery conduct that happens within the U.S., said John Novak, a partner at the law firm Paul Hastings LLP. He said the conviction shouldn't have an effect on trade tensions between the U.S. and China. The trade fight is much bigger than this one conviction, Mr. Novak said. James Tiaretti contributed to this article. Write to Maria Armental at maria.armental@wsj.com and Samuel Rubenfeld at samuel.rubenfeld@wsj.com.